So since Alien Covenant just came out recently, and it was, it's a pretty good movie. There's a few, issues I had with it, but that's beside the point. uh, you know, because the movie just came out, I thought we'd take a look at 10 times that the Halo series has referenced the Alien series. And, kind of see where the roots of Halo kind of came from. So the first one is the tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream." So during the space battle mission on Halo Reach, every now and then, especially if you have the "I would have been your daddy's" go turned on, one of the female pilot Marines that are with you, if they get a kill on one of the Covenant Banshees or Seraphs or Phantoms, they will say the line, "In space, no one can hear you scream," like right now.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
That's a very rare piece of dialogue, so it was actually easier for me just to extract it from the game files and edit it in. But occasionally you might have heard it with the skull on, but it's pretty hard to find. It's very rare. But it is a reference to the Alien series because, well, it is basically the most famous tagline used. It was used in the very original Alien trailer. See, as you can see here, "In space, no one can hear you scream," and it was used several times again later in other Alien-related films like Alien vs. Predator 2, where it says, "In space, no one can hear you scream." And it's probably used in other ones too, but these are the two that come to mind right now for me. But yeah, so that's one of the major references. Now for the next reference, that is Jonesy the Cat. So back in Halo 1, on the first mission, there was a billboard on a pillar bottom outside the bridge that had a bunch of listings on it and flyers and everything. On closer inspection, one of the flyers says there's a lost calico cat that's named Jonesy. That is a reference to the cat from the Alien movie that basically runs around and Ellen Ripley has to protect. See, that's a cat right here. It is also a calico cat, I think. And yeah, so that's the exact same cat from the Alien series. Now, in Halo Anniversary, they did update the billboard here. The same cat poster is there, but they changed it to a different cat. It's no longer the cat from the Alien series. It is now a some other animal. Definitely not Jonesy the Cat anymore. Now, number 8. This is also a really big one. Sgt Johnson in the Halo series is very heavily inspired by and based on Sergeant Aponi from the movie Aliens, the second one in the series. And Bungie themselves have said several times that many of Sergeant Johnson's characteristics, personalities are entirely based off of Sergeant Aponi's character. And and on a lot of occasions they even share a lot of the same dialogue, a lot of the same lines, one-liners, which we'll get to in just a second. So let's move on to that now. The first line of dialogue that they share is the line, "The Corps ain't paying us by the hour." So we'll start with Sergeant Johnson. On the mission Truth and Reconciliation on Halo Combat Evolved, or Halo 1, during this part as we're landing, they characters say a bunch of things and stuff, and then when you finally get out of the Pelican and start running, Johnson will say his line.
Neural implants.
Get 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground.
Now in the Alien series, Sergeant Aponi basically says almost the same thing.
All right, let's go, people. They ain't paying us by the hour. Let's go, hit 'em out.
Now this next one is also a pretty humorous line that certain characters from the Halo series and certain characters from the Alien series shares. So during this part, in the Jenkins helmet cam, one of the Marines will remark that they have a bad feeling about a situation.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
Now this line is basically also based off a pretty similar moment from the Aliens movie.
And I'm telling you, I got a bad feeling about this drop.
You always say that, Frost. You always say I got a bad feeling about this drop.
Okay.
Now that line was also brought back again in Halo 2, but in a lot more humorous way, with a couple grunts. One of the grunts saying they have a bad feeling, and the other one once again chastising him for basically the same thing. So here you go.
What happened here?
about thwarting food nipple.
Close your jaws or I shall bite them shut.
Now then, for the next one is the Facehuggers from the Alien series. The flood infection forms, according to Bungie, were also pretty much inspired by the Facehuggers. Both of them have similar functions. The flood infection forms, they do jump on you, and actually in some cases, especially in Halo 3, they do jump on your head too, like on your face. But basically, the purpose of the Facehuggers is, they jump on you and they infect you with the, like an egg that hatches inside you, where the alien bursts out of your chest. And basically, the flood infection form, they crawl into your chest and turn you into a flood. So both of those have pretty similar origins, I guess, similar functions, and the flood infection form is basically a reference to the Facehuggers from the Alien series. Now, for number 4, and that would be the Pelican Dropship. The Pelican from Halo is a very iconic vehicle in the Halo series. However, it is actually inspired by the design of the UD-4L Cheyenne Dropship from the Aliens series, or the Aliens movie. As you can see, they both share pretty similar designs, other than a few other aesthetic features. But they both basically serve the same purpose, and like I said, they both have the same design. And a lot of people, for like the game Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, they said that one of the dropships in Infinite Warfare copied the Halo series. Well, now you know that's actually not true. It's actually, in fact, both series, Halo and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, actually based their designs off the Alien series. So now you know where the origin of the Pelican dropship design comes from. Now, for number 3, that would be the Xenomorph Clean from the Aliens movie as well. As you can see in this comparison picture, the Elite High Counselor headpiece, or helmet piece, was also, according to Bungie, inspired by the head of the Alien Queen. You can see it right here. They both share very similar designs, that really like long stretched out kind of headpiece design. But yeah, basically the Elite High Council Elites are totally inspired by the Alien Queen, and I guess you could say they're both aliens too. But that's not exactly what it is. But it's just mostly the design in this case that was inspired by the Aliens movie. Now for number 2, Sgt Johnson has another line here in the quote, but this time he doesn't share it with Sergeant Aponi. He shares it with another character, I think Hudson from Aliens. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. So here's the line that Sergeant Johnson will say.
You heard the lady. Move like you got a purpose.
And likewise, in the Aliens movie, this character will say a similar thing.
All right, people, let's move like we've got a purpose.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Now, the final thing on this list are the UNSC ships that we see in the Halo games. Both the UNSC Pillar of Autumn and pretty much most UNSC frigates, their designs were actually inspired by the I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but these Sulaco's design. The Sulaco is a ship from one of the main ships from the Aliens movie. And as you can see, compared to the Pillar of Autumn, the front part of it, both ships, look very similar. And that's because the Pillar of Autumn, it was meant to look like the Sulaco, because both of them kind of look like they have a giant gun in the front. Hence why the Pillar of Autumn has that for its giant Mac cannon. And then likewise for the UNSC frigates, on the side of the frigates, from the side view, they both have pretty much similar placement of many different things on their side. Similar designs. Even like the bridge, or what I assume to be the bridge of the ship, is pretty much in the same position on both sides. And basically, many ships in Halo, the Halo series, were inspired from this one ship from the Alien series. And while with the Pelican was inspired by the other dropship from the Alien series. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video to be very interesting, and hopefully you guys now know a little bit more about Halo's roots and where certain aspects of Halo's icons have come from. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. And if there's any other references that I might have missed, feel free to point them out. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, because we've got a lot of other cool videos coming out soon. And can't wait to share them with you, of course. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys next time.